Uncommon ideas? Big scary. Or are they? G'day and welcome to Small Steps Thru Life. Today we're at Battle Hill and I'm looking at ideas that I think of as existing in my uncommon room. We often have ideas that everybody else can relate to. We think of the idea that food should taste good, that we should treat each other well. But we also have ideas that are uncommon, and we're not sure what to do with them. They can be so uncommon that we might feel that we can never share them with anybody. And so we let them die. Because ideas that aren't shared don't get nourishment as much. But what if we looked at it differently? Join me as I look at the idea of different people's uncommon rooms. Imagine being the person who used to just write stories and then one day decided to write them differently. A lot shorter, a lot less punctuation, maybe, and using different forms. And let's call it poetry. Imagine the first person who wrote poetry, that nobody else had written poetry before. There had to be a first, and it was uncommon because they were the first. They had a choice. Would they share their poetry, or would it die with them? Well, we have poetry now, so somebody has chosen to share it. And we now look back and think, what would we do without poetry? It influences so much of our lives. It's a way of conveying the emotive thoughts, just the same as prose conveys the intellectual thoughts. We look back and think it was obvious we would always have poetry, but we didn't. Somebody had to bring that uncommon idea to light. Okay, one example. What about Mozart? Nobody wrote music like Mozart before. He wrote things that were amazingly rousing. It has changed our music. And we know it's changed our music because we can still look at music of today and see its roots in the work that Mozart did. He had ideas in his uncommon room, and he chose to share them. And our lives are richer for it. So, your ideas that are unusual, and my ideas that are unusual, maybe it's time to open up your uncommon room. Or, if you're not sure about that, maybe I'll invite you to share your unusual idea in my uncommon room. And we can natter over it and see where it goes. There are so many ideas that are amazing that nobody pursues because they think it's too unusual. Well, some of those unusual ideas are gold. Think about your ideas, your unusual ideas. How good are they? Should they see the light of day? And are you going to take steps to bring them out? Maybe it's time to make your journey that bit more intriguing and interesting. Maybe you could be the next inventor of a new form of writing or a new food. Like imagine being the person who did the first BLT. All of these ideas started from somebody that didn't do it to somebody that did. They used their idea and made it come to life. Uncommon room ideas, bring them to light, make them amazing, change the world, and I'm going to say, see you later.